Hey everybody, it's VP here at Metaverse News One with some breaking news regarding Illuvium Zero. I don't know if you've been on Discord or if you caught the AMA with Kieran and Najaf, but word is, Kieran says there is a 99% chance Illuvium Zero is going to launch 24 hours ahead of everything else. As I release this video, we are already less than 48 hours away from everything else. So this thing is going to be coming fast. Now, if you had plans for tomorrow night like I did, this is not going to be the best day of your life. I have dinner plans that I can't break. It's going to involve eating and drinking, and I don't know how that's going to interrupt my experience. I made those plans so I could be free the next day. But hey, the only thing constant in life is change, and we have to adapt. Now, as far as adapting goes, I don't know about you, but during the beta, I didn't even look at Illuvium Zero. There was no reason to. I was spending all my attention and my time on Overworld. So I will be going in absolutely fresh tomorrow. Now, here's another thing to point out. If you have not been paying attention in the last few hours and you're just seeing this video, also know if you're playing Illuvium Zero, you need to transfer everything, lands included, over to your IMX passport. They just announced this as well, maybe 2 hours ago. Now, I'm not sure if my land is already over there, if I need to do it, exactly how I would do it. There is a link in a blog post showing you how, but there's still going to be a lot of questions. Bottom line, this should have been done a lot earlier. This is already going to add to the clusterfuck that is going to be the next 48 hours. But I just wanted to let you know ahead of time so you can get this part done. Because I think there's going to be a lot of people that can't even play because they have not done this step right here. So go do that. All information should be on the announcements on the Illuvium Discord. But now that that's out of the way, for the purpose of this video here, we are going to be talking about my overall strategy before we actually start playing. I want to do a video like this tomorrow, but with this announcement, I have to do it now super late at night. So let's get right into it. Now, yes, this is going to be my old strategy. For the longest time, I was blueprint maxing. How fast can I get my lands to a scanner? Because that is step one of blueprint construction. And I did this for the purpose of replicating this strategy on mainnet. And look, I still think blueprints are the most asymmetric upside you can have in this entire ecosystem. It's the reason I bought land in the first place. And to reiterate, I have a 3 to 5 year time horizon here, as I'm sure a lot of you do. I have no idea who's going to want skins that the blueprints produce now or in the first 6 months. I don't really know. I don't really care. I'd like them to be popular. I'd like to maybe create some and sell some. That'd be great. But if I don't, then that's fine. You know, I'm hoping that this game really maximizes its true potential and becomes gigantic. And if that happens, a rising tide lifts all boats. Rare alluvials are going to be popular if they do it right. Skins are going to be very popular and very lucrative. Illuvium Beyond cards, some of the more rare ones you see there, they're going to do really well. Everything is going to do well. But we have history on our side when it comes to how crazy people will go for skins. So let's hope this is still the case. Now, what is even more intriguing here is I think, if you guys remember the bonding curve that they introduced during the Overworld beta. Now, if I get this wrong, correct me in the description, please. But I think what it means is, let's say there's only X amount of ram fires out there. If for some reason 2 of them get caught early, then it just becomes even increasingly harder to find them down the road, which if you remember my video from a few days ago, I really like that. That's a good idea. I hope they really ratchet that sucker up to where these things become super, super rare. But I think they're also introducing this bonding curve to blueprints in Illuvium Zero. Again, if I'm misinformed or I'm talking out of my ass at any point, please correct me down below. Because the most important thing here is that we all have the proper information before we get started. But like I said, this is my old strategy. My new strategy, because of what I had learned over the course of playing Overworld in the beta, is I'm going to start maxing for fuel instead. I have understood the importance of fuel. And honestly, if you have a lot of fuel, you can do a lot in Illuvium Zero too. So, and really, I mean, maybe that's going to put me 2 or 3 days behind the curve as far as blueprints goes in a game to where we're looking out 3 to 5 years ahead. So what's it really matter? We are going to optimize for fuel And I feel like if we do that, then everything else is going to fall into place. Now, there's a way I want to approach this, and this is just me talking right now. I'm pretty sure this is going to change because I don't know exactly how this is going to go down. Now, I'm not fuel maxing because I want to make a bunch of money selling fuel. I have 3 tier 2s and 5 tier 1s as far as land goes. Now, fuel is not going to make me rich. But since I'm going to need it for Illuvium Zero and for Overworld, I am going to just dig into my wallet and likely buy fuel for Overworld as long as I have to. Now, we're all getting airdropped fuel, so I'm going to burn through that first. But bought fuel is going to be for Overworld, and then mined fuel is going to go straight into Illuvium Zero. And again, this whole strategy can change depending on what I'm allowed to do. Can I buy fuel to put into Illuvium Zero? Am I allowed to do something like that? I don't know. I don't think I'm able to do that, but I could be wrong, or that could change. But I really do think getting an early start and getting a really good base down in Illuvium Zero and Overworld will really pay dividends down the road. So if I have to go a little bit in the hole to do that, I'm okay with it. There are people out there, especially people who have bought land, who do not want to spend a dime for anything from this point forward. That is not me. Now, I am not a whale, but I will do all the things I need to do to put myself in a really good position to be a major player in a game that I'm very bullish on for the next 5 years. So as I sit here and speak to you right now, this is going to be my strategy going into Illuvium Zero. Now, for tomorrow, first of all, I'd like to say a big shout out to the Illuvium Zero people who have been with me since the alpha. You guys are super loyal and super awesome. And it's really cool with you, like years later, to have the same people, to have you guys take this ride with me. It's going to be so much fun, even though I'm going to cry and bitch about literally everything. But for tomorrow, let's be honest, from tomorrow on, for us, life is about to change. All the excitement and anticipation leading up to this moment is finally here. Now it's time to actually put pen to paper. So we're about to see how that goes. Now, in that video, we're going to pregame a little bit. I'm going to give a very brief overview of the strategy that I just described, go to my spreadsheet and show you which lands I have, and then jump right into it. Watch me make all of the mistakes early so you don't have to. It's great. I'm going to be an absolute mess. Now, as far as video release, I don't know. It depends on what tomorrow is going to look like. Expect a video either tomorrow or Thursday. But either way, ladies and gentlemen, it's go time. If you haven't done it yet, now is absolutely the time to like, subscribe, hit the bell. For Illuvium Zero strategy, for Illuvium Overworld strategy, and for Metaverse News reports, this is where you need to be. Let's take this walk together. I'm ready. You ready?